Hello everybody and welcome to Trentino, round 4 of the FIM Motocross World Championship. Of course, we're in the shadow of the Dolomite Mountains. And this is the MXGP of Trentino with me, Paul Malin and Lisa Lellan. Welcome to our live studio show on MXGPTV.com, where today's guests, and we've got 3 more fantastic guests. Camden McLellan, of course, Monster Energy Triumph Racing is coming in to see us. We've got Isak Gifting, JK Yamaha Racing, and then Antonio Cairoli, of course, in his new role at Ducati. He's here for the weekend, so we just thought we'd bring him in just for bit of fun, really, more than anything else. But before we meet our first guest, Lisa, here we are, and we really do get to go to some fantastic locations. Yes. How does this one here in Trentino stack up for you?
It's got a bit of everything, hasn't it? Yeah. I actually just want to relocate here. I want to move here.
Really?
Yeah, like by the lake, nice views. I mean, I don't ask for much, do I?
No, you don't.
No, but this is definitely up there with one of my favourites.
All right, well, should we crack on with the show?
Shall we? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's welcome our first guest then, Camden McLellan, Triumph. Monster Energy Triumph Racing, brand new team and everything in the paddock this year, and of course having a fantastic season in MX2 as things go on right now. Camden, great to see you. Welcome to our new show here. The bike shed this week, I think we'll call it.
The bike shed.
Thank you very much for having me,
I prefer Lisa's boudoir.
Well, that'll be next time. But Camden, we're back. We are, we'll just come to you, obviously, new bike, new team, new manufacturer, bit of new everything, really. How and when did the sort of first conversations take place for you to be joining this team? I'm guessing at some point towards the end of last year.
Yeah. So obviously I started the year with an injury. Wasn't there for the first 6 rounds, so Camden McLellan wasn't really a thing in the beginning half. And then it took me 2 or 3, maybe 4 rounds to kind of find my feet, start getting results. And then Czech Republic last year, I really had a breakthrough ride. Was good for my confidence. You could say something like last week, you know, where I really found my feet. I got in front on the starts, and that really helped. And then, yeah, from there I started to click off some good results. And then obviously Vincent, the manager, he's had his eye on me for quite a while. And then once those kind of results started coming in, you know, my manager got in contact. He got a little email or call, I don't know. And then, so I would say halfway, 3/4 through last year, this opportunity arose, and yeah, I'm grateful. I'm so happy it did.
Yeah. Well, obviously, apart from that, you're now a factory rider, every kid's dream. I imagine it's quite different to the way that you used to go about doing things in terms of your everyday prep, maybe what you eat, how you train, when you ride and test, because that's a big project that's behind you now, a full factory effort. Are you still dealing with that? How's the learning curve with that?
Yes, 100%. That's been the biggest kind of change for me. I was really, and still am, a really laid-back kind of personality guy. Yeah. You know, I enjoy eating what I want, candy preferably. You know, I enjoy sleeping in, exactly, gaming. You know, all the kind of lazy shenanigans that a teenager would normally indulge in. But now, obviously, it's been a massive step for me. I need to start taking stuff seriously now, especially at this level in the World Championship. You can't slack on anything. And we've had Clement de Salle now in my corner, who's been magic for me. By far one of the most organized. I don't know if you know him personally, but organized, very professional and correct on the bike, off the bike, with everything. So he's been a big influence on me. Vince as well, they push me in everything, eating especially. Like, eating is a big thing for me. I love eating. I love eating so much.
Has he mentioned eating yet, by the way?
No, I was just going to say, like, it's definitely a thing.
Yeah, so
definitely a thing.
You know, it's been a big jump for me, a big step, no doubt about it. But it's all come really well, and they helped me with it. You know, I'm slowly becoming a healthy eater and a professional athlete. But like you say, it was a big step for sure.
Work in progress.
Yeah.
But Camden, from the riding side of things, okay, it is a new team. You all want to do well. Let's just cast our mind back to the first round in Argentina. How frustrated were you then? Because I guess maybe just pushing a little bit too hard, right?
Yeah, and to be honest, obviously being a factory rider comes with certain pressures, and I feel like no matter what, I'm always the one putting the most pressure on myself. And in Argentina, I maybe asked a bit too much of myself, where I kind of put too much pressure, and stress got a bit, like a hold of me there. And I wasn't feeling great the whole weekend in terms of sickness and stuff. Right. And then since then, it's really been a work in progress. Clement has been magic. He's helped me every weekend. And then I've just been building confidence slowly. And it's paying off, as you see.
And like you said, since then, it has been work in progress. 7th overall in Spain, 3rd overall in Sardinia last weekend. First podium for you. Yes. And it all started at the Ram qualifying race when you were 4th.
Yeah, exactly. Spain, the results don't show the improvements from Argentina, but it was a big step in the right direction for me. I made a mistake with my goggles in the end, which, like I say, it's a work in progress. I live and learn. Every weekend I'm learning new things and getting better. So I made a mistake there, which kind of hurt my overall. But there was a lot of steps. And then again, last weekend I came into the qualifying was a big step for me. Normally I'm not a great qualifier. I made a big improvement there, first lap and only lap in qualifying and sixth, so it was good. And then just slowly gained confidence over the weekend. I had not good starts, but I always was around the top 10 because I was inside. And then from there I can just make my way forward and, you know, click off my laps. As you can see, battling with Rick. That was also, he's a very good sand rider, one of the best probably. Also with his tall figure and stuff. So that helped. And just for confidence to be in the front in the Ram qualifying race.
Well, this was a qualifying race. And obviously, where did that confidence come from? Was it the fact that it was the sand? Because obviously being based in Belgium over the past few years, on and off, you know, you're getting to ride it a little bit more. Was it another transition in terms of bike setup that you found, you know, in the previous couple of weeks? Was it just everything kind of coming together, really? Yeah,
I would say everything coming together. I wouldn't rate myself a sand rider. I do feel very confident in sand, but as I do on hardpack, and I've grown up on hardpack, so I prefer the hardpack conditions, I would say. But I do love a little bit of Riola, you know, especially with the heat and everything. I would say it's a very mental battle, and I'm working with a mental trainer at the moment, a life coach, and he kind of is able to get me into the correct kind of mindset coming into a rough weekend like Riola. And I think that was the biggest thing for me. Mentally, I was ready to get out on the track and give it 110% and know that I was going to be, you know, finished at the end of the weekend, which I was. But I was prepared for it mentally, and I think that's for me the biggest thing every weekend is mentally just be ready.
Well, obviously the racing also weren't good. So you had a fourth in the quali race, you got a third in the first race, and obviously you're in the right place at the right time in the second race. Got your first podium. How tough was that second race though? Because the heat played a part, the track became brutal. Riders saying the track was different to how it was in previous years. So how tough was that second race to just maintain focus and keep things in check, knowing that a potential podium was still on the cards?
Yeah, but obviously the podium was floating in the back of my mind. Sorry. But
what was it wearing?
Not a lot. But you know, when you're riding, you kind of forget that stuff, and then the heat took over, and then I was like, just end the race, please. Just I don't want to be here anymore. But I pushed through till the end, and like you said, I was in the right place, right time. Adamo got his disqualification, and I was there to pick up the pieces.
So you'd ridden well before that, you know. Don't let that kind of detract.
Well, that's the thing. It kind of took a little bit of that good feeling away from me, you know. Like I'm only here because he's not here. But I think it's good. Yeah. Hopefully more of that soon, you know. So it kind of motivated me this week, you know. That I was feeding off of that. Like, I deserve to be there. I have the confidence now from the first race that I can be there. And I want to prove to everyone and myself especially that I will be there and not due to luck.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Well, a bit hard packed this weekend, like you said. I think you've raced here a couple of times before. Back in 2019, Junior World Championship was one of them. But maybe different back then, maybe a little bit harder and different conditions.
Yeah, of course, for the Junior World Championships, they prep it differently. But for me, it's mental coming in here. I know I've had good results here. I know I ride well here. So I'm ready. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I've got a lot of confidence, and bike is good, team is good vibes all around. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, look, I'm not going to say Callum.
Or Candom.
Or Tandem.
Just say number 8 on the Triumph. Good luck.
You don't ask for much, do you?
No, I just ask you to say my name. But it's okay, you know. It's okay.
Actually, just real quick, number 8, Grant Langston. Is that the change of number this year?
Actually, they said to me, 122 is quite small on the front plate. And I was like, you know what, the change is not bad. Langston, number 8. Really cool guy. Obviously a legend from South Africa. I was like, number 8 looks good. That was the main thing. It looked really clean, nice and big. And I don't know. And then I found out after I chose the 8 that in Chinese or Japanese, don't hold me on it.
Okay.
It means good luck.
Cool.
So I was like, you know what? Why not?
All right. Well, look, we are out of time. But Camden, thanks for joining us. All the best this weekend and for the rest of the season. Our second guest is waiting to come and join us now. That's Isak Gifting, of course. But before we do, here's another snippet at one of our things from behind the gate. This one from episode 0, Time for Redemption. And it's kind of like a little bit of the build-up between Adamo and Everts coming into the new season. Enjoy. Perfect score here, a 1-1 for Adamo. Big panic rev as he goes past pit lane. Adamo is world champion.
'24 is going to be interesting in MX2, and none more so than for the Red Bull KTM factory team. Once again, they line up as defending champions. Andrea Adamo, he will want to show that he is a worthy champion. Can he add to it? That's the big question.
At the moment, it's Friday. My bike is with a red plate, so I'm really happy. Bike looks good, gear looks awesome, so super happy.
And it will be Liam Everts who wins the Grand Prix here of the Netherlands. What a way to round out the race. Talk about digging deep. Congratulations, Liam Everts.
The goal is always the same. The goal is always to win and to succeed in what you do. But it's a process, you know. If we will get there this year, who knows? If we'll get there next year, who knows? I'm here to win, and I want to be successful, and I want to succeed in what I do.
Hey, Isak. That's what I'm told to say because we've got a Swedish, Turkish, Greek, I don't know, director in our head. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our live studio show, MXGPTV.com, part 2, round 4 at Trentino with me, Paul Malin and Lisa Lellan. Our second guest from JK Racing Yamaha joins us now, Isak Gifting. Good to see you. Isak, first of all, MXGP new boy. How's that feel? And how has the step been from 250 to 450 so far?
Yeah, hello. It's pretty good, like for the start, and I mean it's still motocross we're doing, so it's not that different. just a bigger bike, but yeah, I think it suits me pretty well, the 450, because I don't know why, but maybe it's a bit with the weight, because I'm a little bit heavy maybe for the 250, and yeah, I've been quite aggressive on the 250. And it's just like the 450 has made me calm down a little bit, and like naturally, and I just feel like speed's been better now. Okay. Like, yeah.
Well, you mentioned about your weight and things like that. I was going to say, for a 250 rider, you were quite stocky. So we see it time and time again. Guys of your build say they're going to go 450. It's probably going to suit me better because this, and it doesn't always work out like that. But from your side, what has been the hardest transition to deal with, if there has been one? Or has it kind of come quite naturally, do you think, so far?
I think, no, it's been pretty hard, especially during the winter, just to get that feeling where you feel comfortable again. And I think the biggest part has been also changing brands, because I've always been before on an Austrian bike, and now I'm on a Japanese bike, which is very different for me.
First time on a Japanese bike? Or?
Yes. Well, yes. First time I'm racing it, like, yeah. And that's a very big difference. But I feel like now, when I'm starting to get the feeling on the bike, I feel like I can go faster at the GPs. It looks like at the moment, like I can be a bit higher in like position on the sessions, and I can do a couple fast laps, and which I feel like I've been struggling with last couple of years. Like I've been decent, maybe speed-wise in the motos, but I've been struggling to put a fast lap.
Sure.
Well, like you mentioned, new bike, new team as well with JK Yamaha. It's kind of like a home. It's kind of like a home GP for you, isn't it? It's like being with an Italian team. Has it been more busy in that sense?
Yeah, not really. I got some family friends coming over here, right. So I'm a bit busy in that way. But normally, not really. No.
But the team don't have a lot of sponsors coming and things. Maybe.
Well, they do, but they mostly speak Italian, so I can't do that yet.
Well, that was actually my next question. I was like, how's your Italian, or are you teaching them Swedish?
No, I should work on my Italian, to be honest.
And they should work on their Swedish.
Well,
or Uddevalla.
Maybe. I wouldn't say so. It's not very useful. But
oh, don't underestimate yourself. Don't underestimate yourself.
It's only useful when I'm singing the national song here.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm not going to do that again.
Oh, there we go. We were just going to... Go on.
We did that, actually, didn't we, one time?
Yeah.
First studio show visit.
First
I remember. when you're a newbie?
No, we don't have that to play back, don't worry.
No, good. No, please.
Well, look, you know, in terms of the season itself, got off to a rough start in Argentina, and we're going to speed through these. Obviously, had the qualifying race crash, but you know, sort of like things have been picking up since then.
Yeah, like you said, it started off rough in Argentina because I had a start crash there with Gertz and Fernandez, and I just had a really big bruise on my leg, and yeah, I was struggling with that for a while. Couldn't really ride during the weeks. Still did the Italian Championship in between, and then second round was Madrid.
Yeah, Spain.
Yeah, that's it. Where I bounced back a bit better. I feel like it was a bit of a shock coming to Madrid because the track was really difficult, like big ruts, and it's hard to find that in training. It's really hard to find that in training. Even though where I stay now in Italy, we have a lot of hardpack tracks, but to get ruts like that deep, you can't really find or replicate. So it was tough, but I still feel like I can, like that quali race, I was 10. Even in the hardpack, I can also be there. But like I showed in Riola,
I was going to say, like Riola, even though you just missed the top 10 position in the in the Grand Prix that weekend, your kind of practice times were up there, and you were better again, and more improvements. It looked good last week.
Thank you. Yeah, I felt really comfortable in Riola, to be honest, and I kind of showed it already in the pre-season because we had a race there, and already there the speed was pretty good, and I'm kind of, even since the pre-season, I'm still kind of on the same bike. I've changed some stuff, and then I come back again, so I'm like on that same base, and it just seems like, especially in the sand, I got it pretty dialed. I can do pretty good laps there, and just in the hard, I want to bring that back into the hard pack, like this weekend.
Well, just going back, actually, you and Febvre seem to have a little bit of a bromance going on. First in Spain, then in Sardinia. It's almost like you can't get enough of each other at the moment, really.
Yeah, well,
because you almost came together in that clip from Spain, and we've got the other one here towards the end of this lap. Seem to be drawn to each other like magnets at the moment.
Yeah, I know he's a pretty aggressive rider, and I might be too, so it's maybe not a great combination. And I mean, for me, I just really enjoy it because, I mean, I've always been looking at Febvre. I mean, when he was world champion, I don't know, what, 10 years ago or something? Yeah, I was watching that on TV, you know, like playing with motocross bikes, like the toys, you know. And now I'm racing with him, just going head to head, and it just feels unreal, to be honest.
But this is what actually I was going to say on a positive note. You're not one to back down, but also it must be nice for you to be battling with a rider like him.
Yeah, because then I feel like I'm actually doing something right.
Exactly.
Like, okay.
Was that as close as it appeared? Because obviously you were just slightly in front. Two lines just come together there. He had to back out.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it looked, that looked a bit rough, but yeah, I'm not backing down. You know, even if it's him, I don't really care who it is behind or whatever. I'm doing my thing, and I'm doing my thing to succeed.
Well, you came close to the top 10 last time out. Is that the goal now going forward for you?
Definitely, and especially for me right now is a bit to show the speed as well on the hard pack, and then a bit like I did in second moto in Riola, I want to like stay composed and keep it together and do a nice finish, because otherwise I've had a couple motos where I go like wide open for 10 minutes. I really try to go forward and then I crash, and then I get really tired on the 450. But yeah, this weekend now, today especially, I want to show some speed. Hopefully in the time practice I can go a bit faster, and then I just need to stay on two wheels. To be honest, I feel like I say that every time, but it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing you're working on year after year. But yeah,
cool. All right. Well, look, Isak Gifting, thanks for joining us, and all the best this weekend. And see you maybe a little bit later on in the season.
Thank you very much.
All the best. Right, hopefully our third guest is waiting in the background there to come and join us, Antonio Cairoli. But before we do meet our third and final guest, another snippet from behind the gate. This one, Reignite, and it's to do with the atmosphere in Argentina, the opening round.
think everyone looks forward to Argentina being the opening round of the season. That GP has a bit of everything. And you also have the passionate Argentinian fans. The atmosphere is just incredible.
I think we're seduced by the area, you know, the lakes, the mountains. Even the ride to the track in the morning is crazy.
The audience is just always amazing there. They're crazy.
Time to step it up now.
It's not only for the results, but just to be there. I like the adrenaline. I can feel on everybody else when you're behind the gate that they're nervous, and I like that. I feed off of them.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our final part of our studio show here, round 4 at the MXGP of Trentino at the Ciclamino circuit in Trentino. Paul Mayland, Lisa Lellan, and our final guest now, Tony Cairoli, joining us from Ducati. Tony, great to see you, 9-time world champion. You don't need any introduction here this weekend, but, you know, welcome to Italy, welcome to Trentino, a place you know very well. New colours for you as well, as we can see, the Ducati red, new bike, new everything. How did this first come about?
Yeah, first of all, it's always nice to be here in this track. I have good memories, and it's one of my favorite places to ride, of course. And yeah, I mean, we are here with some events this weekend. Of course, our bike is not ready to be on track yet, but at the MXGP. But we are working on, and the developing of the bike is going well together with Alessandro Lupino. He's racing some Italian championship races, so we are bringing the bike also to some racing. So slowly, but I mean, takes time with these new projects, but we are happy at the moment.
Many people thought you would probably, when you stop racing, just carry on being a KTM ambassador and all this kind of thing. But obviously, it's clear you like a new challenge, and I guess no bigger challenge than developing a brand new motorcycle from the very bottom and building it up to the top. How has that been for you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been so many years with the KTM. Of course, I mean, for me it was a family that, of course, we win a lot together. And but of course, this new challenge, I really take it serious. When the Ducati contact me, I for sure it was not easy. It was not easy decision after such a relationship. I had, and but the proudness of being Italian, and bringing the possibility, to bring this one bike, to the top of the MXGP class, try to develop it, to be developed by me as much as possible. It was really interesting for me, and yeah, it's a big challenge, but we like challenges, and so we see.
Well, you actually answered my next question, and that was it a difficult decision, Tony, to leave that comfort blanket of the Ducati family? And how is your relationship now with Claudio?
Yeah, I mean, the difficult decision, of course, it's that, because I mean I've been with that team for so many years, and it's family, it's still a family. Of course, we need to separate, the things, and we are good with this. We are really professional, but of course, I mean, it's like I said before. I mean, it was easy for me. It was easy, to have such a great team around, and the blanket was good, was covering me perfectly, and I really enjoy all the things. So do this thing and move to another new chapter that brings a lot of things, they are new for me, but I accept it. And but still, with the Cairoli family, for me, is the team for me is the main team that it always be. But of course, working wise, we can separate the things, and we are both professional. Yeah.
Well, you have your best buddy alongside you now, Alessandro Lupino. I guess you're spending a lot of time together, riding, testing. Are you still having fun? I'm guessing you are, and even maybe more so than what you were when you were riding.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun, of course, because of course I don't have the pressure to show stuff at the moment. And I mean, I did in all my career. I had a lot of pressure every year. I need to. If I was second or third, for me it was lose. So now it's just enjoying things and just enjoy the pure racing. If I'm with the bike and training and whatever, I just still enjoy a lot. And also seeing the bike progressing so well when we tell the stuff. It's also really satisfying. And we are both really, me and Alessandro, really going to the same direction, and that's make the job way easier. And the result will show soon.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, growing up in Italy, you've had, the experience of a lot of iconic Italian motorcycle brands, car brands, and this kind of thing. And obviously, the biggest legendary brand in motorcycles is Ducati. How important is it to you to now be an Italian riding and representing a Ducati? And how important is it to your fans as well? I'm guessing it's quite a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge thing because Ducati, as nobody from the motocross know, normally the fans of motocross are more fans, of course, from rider. From each rider, you have a fan. Yeah. Even if you change bike, still the fans change it quickly. But with Ducati, as the same as Ferrari in the cars, you have fans that are just fans from the bike, and they're really with the heart, 110% giving everything for the brand. So it's more a kind of a different fan base, and but of course, being Italian and being on this Italian iconic bike, it brings even more interest on everything, and it's really surprising me a lot. This warm.
Yeah, well, earlier this year, you were at the premiere of your new movie. How was that for you? But before you answer, we've actually got a little trailer.
Yeah, let's just play the trailer first, real quick.
9 World Championships. Certainly, Tony Cairoli can be considered one of the greatest of all time.
The determination and the desire, the ambition, that was already unmatched.
His riding style, his personality, his attitude towards racing.
What Tony has achieved in the sport, not many will ever do that.
Oh, hello. There's a nice line, Tony. Whoa! Oh, everything on the line here. Parks, toners, in the corner, and nowhere to go. He goes wide to the outside. Oh, he messes up.
For him to be winning Grand Prix at 36 years old, that's just impressive all by itself.
That's only a few can do that, and he's one of the best in this. To me, he's the greatest motocross rider in MXGP history.
Tony, watching that, does it bring a sense of pride? And did that film kind of finally close the book on Tony the racer?
Yeah, I don't know. You never know about the racing, of course, but it's a great chapter, and I really enjoy all these years. Enjoying growing up together with everybody, from the paddock, and I had so many great memories. And on this movie, you can feel this, and I really enjoy, and I thanks to MXGP that they make it happen, and I'm really proud about whatever we did in those years. But we watch forward, and we see that we still have some things to show, of course, with this bike, with this new project, and with these new years that will come. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Well, look, Antonio, always a pleasure to have you in here, and all the best with the new adventure with Ducati. Enjoy your weekend here. I'm sure it will be very busy, but yeah, like I say, all the best, and we'll see you again throughout the season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
Well, look, we are out of time. Just a quick reminder to tell you what's coming up on MXGPTV.com today. Of course, we've got the first 125 race coming up at 2:55, followed by EMX 250 race 1, and then the RAM qualifying races MX2 and MXGP. Well, that's it. We are out of time. Thanks to Lisa and Tony, and of course our other guests as well, Isak, and who was our first guest? Callum. Camden McLellan. But we'll see you in Portugal in 3 weeks' time. Thanks for watching. See you then. Bye for now.